Welcome back, besties, to the FanTEAsy podcast, where two besties spill all the delicious tea on the books we read. I'm Callie, and my bestie is obviously Montana. We are so very excited to be back with another interview with one of our amazing, amazing new besties. We're so very excited. But before we jump into that, Montana, what era are you in?
I'm gonna go with Midnights. I'm kind of like reverting back to that era right now. Where are you?
I hadn't really thought about it till this moment. So, hmm. I'm feeling very whimsical and like Taylor Swift should put out a Christmas album.
She has Christmas songs, but not a whole album.
Okay, well, I'm feeling very Michael Bublé Christmas, but if I had to pick a Taylor Swift album.
So, like Christmas at the Tree Farm, Taylor Swift?
But I guess I just have never really listened to her Christmas stuff then. So I guess I can't say that. So maybe
It's
like
older Taylor.
Speak Now or 1989 would probably be the vibe then.
I did see that girl wearing the 1989 sweatshirt. I was like, hey, look! Even though you can't see it, you're with me.
Yeah, I was with you. In spirit, always.
Literally always. Okay, I mean, I'm here for the vibes, and these vibes are going to translate into this super, super exciting interview, guys. We have the most iconic Hi Lady Jo Fischer, author, cosplayer, everything in between. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys,
God,
we're so excited. We cannot wait to do this and share this with you guys. So without further ado, please help us welcome Jo Fischer. Oh my goodness. Guys, please help us welcome our new bestie, Jo freaking Fischer. Hi. How are you? Oh my god, I sounded like Jeffree Star.
Good.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel.
Yes!
What is on the chopping block today?
My origin story is in 2013 YouTube makeup channel, so it's fine.
Same. I have multiple Jeffree mirrors upstairs. It's fine.
Yeah, I have this. I have the conspiracy palette. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I have.
It's fine.
I have many. That's a conversation for another time.
Don't cancel me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I have thousands of dollars of Jeffree Star upstairs. I will say it. It's fine.
Literally so much.
Like,
I feel like that is part of how we met too, was Jeffree.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Makeup school.
It is.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Anyway, actually though, how are you?
So great. I'm so great. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we are so excited to have you. This has been a long time coming, and we are just happy to be finally making it happen. Before we get into like the nitty-gritty questions, we want to start off easy and just have you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name's Jo. You might know me as Hi Lady Jo on social media. I'm a cosplayer, a book talk creator, and an author, most recently. Kind of in a way, actually originally, but most recently publicly. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. KC Mo Girls, rise up. Taylor Swift Nation, rise up. I am known most often for portraying Bryce Quinlan, or the Starborn Fae, but I do all kinds of really unhinged cosplay, from Cassian to the Adder to Maeve. I was the first Maeve cosplayer, so that's like one of my claims to fame. Very first one. So I've grown a really humble but incredible following of the most incredible people, and through just goofing around on the internet and do some films. I also work with Whimsy Gossip Production on their short films, their ACOTAR films. So as their assistant director. So yeah, it's been a journey and a lot of fun in the community, but you might catch me at events or on a film set or writing my next book. And that's what I'm up to.
All the things.
Yes. That was like so understated just all of the amazing things that you do and
Yep.
contribute to in the book world. Like, just thank you for being you. But
Aw,
I heard
thanks.
a T Swift nod in there, which leads us to our next question. This is something Montana and I started just as like a funny thing on the podcast, but it has now translated to all of our guests. So we are curious, if you had to put your day, mood, life, anything into a Taylor Swift era, what era would you be?
I'm always in my Speak Now era. Like always. So I saw her in 2011 on the Speak Now tour. It changed my life. Enchanted literally changed my life. I was like, that song.
Yes.
Every time I write a new book or a new novella or anything, I create a playlist to like listen to like get in the mood. I do the same thing with cosplay where I like listen to a specific set of like 5-6 songs that gets me in the headspace. So I started doing that with books, and Enchanted is always there every single time. There's something about it that like the storytelling of it is like
magical.
so magical.
So
That
magical.
entire album for me is just like so great. So I'm always very deeply in my Speak Now era, specifically
That's a good
Enchanted. Like We're Made of Starlight, na, 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 that song as well. Yeah, always very deep in that era, actually.
I mean, perfect though. It fits.
And I mean, I'm in my Kansas City Chiefs era, so as well. So I feel so lucky that I get to live in the city where she's the president of our town.
Pretty much.
So it's really cool. And my seats at Arrowhead when we go to the games are like right across from her box. So I get to just like look at her.
Do you bring
and just admire
binoculars?
her and
just
be like,
hey.
oh yeah, unashamedly. Of course I do.
I love it.
Those tickets are expensive.
They're so expensive. They're so expensive.
I just picture you just like laying there, just like
read my books. The thing is,
you're
I know
holding
she's a book
signs. You
girl.
okay?
She's a book girl, so I'm like,
She has to be.
She is.
The likelihood that she ever reads my books is low, but not zero. Like
It's not
she's
zero.
in my city, and my books are for sale in bookstores in her city. I'm like, read my books.
And you can't listen to Taylor Swift and tell us that she's not a book girly. Like,
she is such a book girl.
She totally is.
She is. And I don't make the rules, but she literally just writes about book characters. I was on a panel at EnchantiCon this last year where we took book series and matched them with all of her eras. And so I'm not saying that all of her albums are about Percy Jackson and ACOTAR, but I'm just saying that they are. So, and I don't make the rules. So I just tell you the truth.
Opalite being Fourth Wing. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Literally.
Yeah.
Stop.
Period.
Stop. Period.
I don't make the rules.
A couple years ago, I'm like texting Callie and I'm like, dude, Midnight Rain is literally about Tamlin and Rhysand. Like, but okay.
Yes.
It is. And that's just I will stand on all 10 toes with that. It is just the truth. Yep. And if you don't believe it, then get a better opinion. Because we're correct. We're correct. So that's
I just have one question for people that don't believe it. What is it like being so boring?
And so
because
wrong.
Truly.
Yeah, and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm always correct, and this is one of those things where I am right. So
I'm a Taurus.
I'm
and
taking no questions at this time. Yeah, oh, you're a Taurus. Taurus women.
Yes.
I'm over here like, Leo, I'm just giving the big energy right now.
Yeah.
So. Oh my gosh. I love
so
it. I'm a Leo
right
rising, and my husband's a Leo.
But it's all complementary energy, so it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Leo, my husband's a Leo, my son is a Leo, and then my daughter's an Aquarius.
Oh my gosh. You guys should start a family band. Holy cow.
we got a lot of, I'm like, you thought she'd be grounding. She is not.
No.
Aquarius, no way. I'm an Aquarius cusp, and I have a little bit of that like derailing energy at all times. I can't help it. It's just is what it is.
Always.
See,
I'm a Leo Cap Leo, so
So you have a little bit of a God complex, but we love that main character energy right there.
What?
Oh God, no, not Montana.
Me, never. Oh my God. Okay.
Never.
So you said most recently, even though it's your origin, but most recently publicly, we have books coming out. You're an author.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
And
Exciting.
it's been so exciting. Like that, it's been my dream my whole life to tell
Yeah.
stories. And so it's so exciting to see the book in people's hands and for it to not just like be out, but to be doing like so well, has been like honestly a very humbling and mind-blowing experience. So that, yeah, the journey has been absolutely insane, like insane how I got to this point, but the outcome is like more than I could have ever dreamed. So I'm like really excited to talk about it, but yeah.
Well, tell us what got you into writing.
Sure. So my grandfather was an author my whole life. He wrote and he like I was gonna wear it today, but it's actually in the wash. But he wore this sweatshirt everywhere he went, literally everywhere. That he had multiple of them made so that he could wear it everywhere. That said, "Careful, or you'll end up in my novel." And so he was like he's just an icon like that. Like all of the paintings in my grandma was a painter. My grandfather, when we were kids, would tell us these stories about like the paintings at night would come to life. And that's why he didn't have any hair, because they would shave his head when he was sleeping, or like the fairies would come out of the paintings. And so it was always this like very like, bedtime stories with my grandpa were not like reading a book front to back. It was him inventing like the most insane, fantastical world, or all that. And I grew up sitting with him watching Westerns like every weekend. Like this man was like my father. And so a lot of people want to be just like their mom. I wanted to be just like my grandpa when I grew up. That was my dream. I wanted to have his mind to come up with these fantastical worlds out of thin air. Like he could just weave this story. And his childhood was really hard. And he had these insane stories from his childhood about being a cowboy out in Montana and stealing horses. And it's crazy. So he, like Yellowstone type stuff. So, my whole life he was writing this romance, Western. And as I grew up and kind of got more into the craft, I would help him. And I decided, my grandfather's an author and, I'm going to be really different about it. And I really want to make films. So I want to tell stories through documentaries. And so I ended up going to film school, graduated in 2018. And then 2020 happened, and that kind of like made my entire like world come to a screeching halt, and really quickly realized I wasn't going to make stories. And right before the world shut down, my grandfather, he passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. And right before he passed, it was like he gathered up his entire life's work of this novel that he had handwritten in 1,000 notebooks and put them in boxes and made sure that they were set aside, and let me know that when he was gone, he wanted me to finish it. Left behind all these notes for me of like paper trail what he wanted. And so that book is actually literally in crates right off camera over here, but that I'm finishing together with him. But that was really what started it all. So the world shut down. I had a baby, as we all, did during that time. Everybody had a freaking kid in 2021 because we were alone for way too long. So I had my son, and I had really severe postpartum depression. And we had moved to a different state. I knew nobody. We were living in Indianapolis at the time. And I found out about this thing called NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month. Happens every November. And there was a local writing group and a Barnes and Noble that met every week. So I was like, I'm going to go try this out. I've always wanted to write. Movies are never going to happen for me. I have this baby now. I'm just like, I told my husband, I have to let my dream die. Those were my exact words. I have to let my dream die in order to survive, because it was, as a creative, if you've ever been stuck in that, like I was working a desk job and just hated my life. Like it felt like I'd done all this work, learned all this for what? So I went to this this writing group and realized very quickly these were the kind of people, like, this is actually what I'm meant to be doing, is writing. And so I started writing Chasing Starlight. Wrote my first draft that month and was like satisfied. My grandfather never published. It was always his dream, but he just never was able to, especially after he got cancer, and he was busy raising me. So I thought, you know what? I've written it, I did it, and that'll be it. And then I found Book Talk randomly through Fayball. I saw an ad for a fantasy ball. I had no idea this Book Talk thing was a thing, and went to the ball and discovered there were a bunch of people like me, and started cosplaying and started kind of revising my book on live stream on my page. And then before I knew it, it had garnered a lot of interest in the industry that I can't talk about, but that process, it just kind of happened to me. It all just started as like a need to escape from the mundane, to just be passionate about something and have something for me that I literally never thought anybody would ever read my work. I just wanted to write it for me. I feel really lucky that I had someone like my grandfather who literally just wrote for the passion of the craft, and not to make money, not to be famous, but just for the passion of how to tell stories, and documenting the human experience. And that like deeply impacted me in the beginning of my journey, because that's what it's always been about, is what lesson are we telling? What story are we telling? And so I feel really lucky for that it was never about, the Book Talk fame. I think a lot of authors get like really lost in the process and don't write what's authentic for them, because they're worried about, the tropes and the hashtags and that kind of stuff. But for me, it's always just been about that. And so that's kind of how I got into it. And then from there, Chasing Starlight has been a really emotional journey for me. Sorry, I started writing it in 2021. It's not 2025. So I've been on the journey with her for a minute. It's had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of moments where the dream, I can't even explain, has been so close and then ripped away, and then so close and then ripped away. So we're in an interim waiting period with that. So this year has been really hard. It's hard to sit on a book that's finished and not be able to let people read it after so much hard work. So I started writing novellas this year as just like an outlet, to kind of get some of that creative energy out and feel like I'm moving forward in my journey. And again, did not believe a single person would ever, read them, just kind of wrote them for fun. And I think that is why they've done well, in the end, is because they really came from a place of just fun and joy, and finding joy in it. So now I have 2 novellas out, The War Between Us and Whispers of the Wild Court, and they've sold out 2 weekends in a row at events, which was literally insane. Almost sold out on TikTok Shop, which is also crazy. So it's been awesome, and really rewarding, and a good feedback point while we're waiting for the novel to finally release. So yeah, it's been a good time. I got to achieve what my grandpa didn't get to do in his life, which really felt really special. So it's been a very emotional and rewarding journey for sure.
I have been trying not to cry this entire time.
Yeah, I know.
But like, what a fulfilling and just like wholesome story. And it is like we were saying, like, people do get caught up in, well, what's a quick thing that I can write and like get on the shelves and like is gonna just like have mass success right out of the gate. Knowing that's not your ultimate goal is like, yeah, that was really sweet. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. It's been literally like, I sat at my author table this last weekend in Des Moines and just like cried, because I was just like, I called my grandma, who's still with us, and it's the first person I could call, because I opened my phone just so ready to call my grandpa. Obviously could not do that, so called my grandma, And she was just like, oh, I wish he was here. He'd just be so proud. Like, I just know he's so proud. It was like the fulfillment of a family dream as well.
Yeah.
And so I could not do it without her support. Like, she's been the conduit between me and him still. And I do still feel like he's a huge part of my writing. You know, it is an emotional thing to have books and, boxes and boxes of boxes of a book of his book handwritten. So in between those pages, it's taken me years to finish the book because it feels like we're having a conversation still. And I don't want it to be over quite yet. So I've been taking my time with it. But, every time I get to read his notes, just, he had all these books about how to write and the process of writing and grammar and all these things. And I get to read the notes in his margins, and it feels like he's telling me, like coaching me through my writing journey, which is just like a really special experience. But I'm so grateful because I see so many, authors second guess themselves, have so much self-doubt, and well, my numbers aren't doing as good as their numbers, or like, I'm not selling out, I'm not doing well. But I think one thing that, and Brandon Sanderson, who is, just a, king amongst authors, talks a lot about in his talks about AI and how, the dangers of it and stuff, speaks a lot on how the art isn't what you create. The art is you. You are the art. And so that has been such at the forefront of my journey of whether it was cosplay or, creating these really immersive events or writing or filmmaking. In every aspect of my journey on Book Talk, it's been like, I am the art. We are the art, that through every single one of these experiences, I am transformed as well. Working at Whimsy Gossip, every time that we make a new film, I leave transformed. And so that alone is so rewarding. If it all went away tomorrow, no one ever read a single page of my work, I'm transformed by making these books. Like Whispers of the Wild Court was a book that I needed to write for me. I'm like, as a plus size creator on the app, I needed to write a character that loved their body so that I could transform myself. And so I always encourage other people, whether you think you're a writer or not, write a novella in November for you that transforms yourself. Journal, whatever it is, like you are the art, and you can connect to others through that. And that's what it all boils down to. That's what's the most important thing at the end of the day.
And truly, like, something that no one can ever
Sorry
take
to be
away
so
from
deep.
you. No, it is so good.
This
so
is
good.
good.
But
We cry all the time. It's fine.
we do. But that is truly nothing anyone like says, doesn't do, like, can take away what you've learned, gained, taken away from that process for everything. And I think that's truly the most beautiful part. And all right, Jo. Jeez. Hit me right in my feels this morning. That was so good.
Just hitting us in the feels because I resonated with that on a deep level.
I did. I post these videos. I'll post these videos. Like, my grandpa. People are like, "Dude, why? What the hell, man?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Imagine being me." I'm just sitting here. I cry so regularly when I write. Because it's. Yeah, I'm like, imagine being me and stuff. I got to know him, and he was unlike any human I've ever known. And every time I write, I sit here writing, missing him the whole time. But knowing that, like, every time I write a new word, every time I finish a chapter, I honor him. And, like, the work that he poured into me that, so many people, like, oh, thank you to my family, all your support. Like, my grandfather gave up everything, every dream. He gave up his retirement, every semblance of that, to ensure that I could write this book. It means more. It means so much to me. So when people are like, I enjoyed it, I'm like, the relief of knowing that he gave up everything, sacrificed so much, and in the end, like, it transformed me. It transformed someone else is like beyond what I could have ever asked for. So everything else is like a bonus. So I'm enjoying the journey so much.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
Oh.
I don't want to
We're
stray
fine.
too far
We're
from
fine.
like the heartfelt part
Um,
of this conversation,
oh,
but
Lord, I I just had a conversation with my grandma yesterday because my grandpa passed last year, and but yeah, he was a photographer, and now I have all of his photography stuff, and I'm a
Hmm.
photographer, so it's like, yeah, but I understand. I'm resonating with
Yeah.
you right there.
My grandfather's camera, I keep his camera on my desk,
Yep.
right by where I write, and obviously like I have his books in sight because there's something really special about connecting to where we come from.
Yeah.
And like, no relative's perfect, especially like that generation. They're all, everybody has their quirks. But it was their first time living. I think
Yeah.
I think the thing that impacts me the most reading my grandfather's writing is reading such a transformative piece about love and sacrifice and duty from someone who was living their life for the first time. It
Yeah.
inspires me so much that in my own journey of I'm living this life for the very first time, to like romanticize it and see beyond what's happening right here, and like
Yeah.
that the self-doubt, the navel gazing of like, am I good enough, should I write it? I talk to so many people at my booth that are like, I've always wanted to write a book, but I just don't know, I don't think I'm good enough, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, you're wasting so much time that you don't have. You're
Yeah.
living it for the first time, and you don't know.
Yeah.
And so write the book, make the video, create the art, take the photo, like whatever it is, because you just don't know. And you're living it for the first time, even if it's bad. It's not about the outcome, but you are the art. So experience it.
That's beautiful.
Grandpas rule, dude. Even though they suck sometimes, they rule too.
Okay, Callie, sorry about that. Go ahead.
you're good. So I don't want to, stray too far from all of the heartfelt parts, but you did mention Chasing Starlight. So if you could elevator
Yeah.
pitch us your book, will you please?
Sure. So, Chasing Starlight, oh, what a beauty. The way that I describe her to everyone is like, so first of all, she's a Sapphic Rapunzel retelling, about a thief who stumbles into a tower, but instead of finding treasure, she finds a beautiful princess. But she doesn't know she's a princess. A little more complicated than that. They have to escape a tower, break an ancient spell by learning a long forgotten magic, and fight a dragon. It's Stick. There's Fae. But the main thing that always seems to like tickle people's pickle is it's like Tangled, but if Flynn Rider was a woman.
Mhm.
So that's like my best way to describe it. It's all about found family, love and loss. I was ultimately, my original inspiration for the book was a fortune cookie that I got on my first date with my husband. And it said, "Memories make what we are, dreams make what we'll be." Which was like a very profound fortune cookie to get. I was like kind of blown away by it.
Right?
But I got that on my first date with my husband and kept it in my wallet all these years. And that one quote was what kind of inspired this entire book of what happens, the nature versus nurture of it all. If you lost your memories, what would you become? If you had lost your memories and you had all the power in the world. So I also wanted to write this book to answer the question, what happens after he lets the world burn for her? And so that is Chasing Starlight.
Damn. Okay.
AKA, we need it in our hands right
I know.
now.
I
Right
want
now.
it out so bad very soon. But if
Soon.
that is it interests you at all, I have two other novellas that are out right now. The War Between Us, which is your classic, it's a YA romantasy. It's your classic princess is kidnapped and the princess to save her and like the happy ending. It was meant to be a standalone, but then people read it and were like, no, actually you have to write more or else. So now I am being held against my will by my readership to write more. But I'm honestly loving it. It's the next book is even more fun, honestly, in my opinion. It's already a lot of fun. But it's like your classic fairy tale. It is closed door romance. The other one is Whispers of the Wild Court, which is like Bridgerton meets ACOTAR. So I wanted to know, like in ACOTAR, like Tamlin has like the rite that he performs, and then we know there's like all this like ancient history. I was like, man, what if like they had seasons like we do, like in planet Earth, like we have like the Georgians and the Victorians and the Regency era folks. Like, what if they had that? So that's Whispers of the Wild Court, and they perform a magical rite, because I was like, we did not sit with that enough. That there's literally like a sex fest in ACOTAR. We did not sit with that for long enough. So
Rush right past
I was like,
it.
we need to revisit that. Yeah, I'm like, can we go dial back? Hold on. We need to go back to that right now. So that's Whispers of the Wild Court. It is very spicy. It's fairies plus size FMC. She's got cool wings. She's like if Tinkerbell and Penelope Featherington had a baby. So yeah, those are my 3 books. And the novellas are out now. Both of them are going to have new editions coming out at the beginning of next year. So coming out very soon.
Looks like we have more to look forward to now.
Yes. Oh yeah. You'll have I'm trying to feed you guys while y'all are waiting for supper with Chasing Starlight. I've got like a little charcuterie spread of books.
See, we've already done the other 2, so now we're just kind of like waiting. We're like waiting for the installments, and then for the Mac Daddy.
Yeah, the big boy, and she's on another level. I just finished the final revision, and
Beautiful.
I bawled my eyes out writing it, so I hope that it's very emotional.
So we will too.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm excited for it to come out and for people to have it in their hands. So yeah.
So on that note, Chasing Starlight, tell us inspiration-wise for your main character.
Oh my gosh.
Who, what are we talking?
So River Cloudborn is the main character of this book. And we also have Star, who is the girl in the tower. And for both of them, with River, I wanted to write an FMC that's so imperfect. Like, I wanted to kind of take what we know is like I'm just like such a good, like, I'm just so good naturally at archery with 0 training. And I'm just like skinny and perfect. Like, I wanted to take that and like flip it on its head a little bit. And also she's 21. I wanted to write somebody that was like a little bit older. And then, I wanted to write an FMC that like has very serious, deep character flaws, like not miscommunication trope, not that.
Thank you.
Genuinely someone that is deeply troubled. So I was like, how do I write someone that represents a lot of, I wrote it in 2021. A lot of us were going through this really deep season of traumatic isolation. And so for a girl like that to be basically in isolation with one other person, and to lose everyone in a cataclysmic event, what would that do to someone? And so it is very much based in, some real life events that were going on at the time and character study. But she's like 5'10". I wanted a redhead because I'm a redhead, so I was like, gotta have my redheads represent. But I didn't want her to be beautiful. She has basically like a pixie cut. She's a scar. She has a scar on her face. She's not a looker. She's more of a she's not a femme main character. She's quite masculine. And she's very, from the beginning, you're like, dude, she kind of sucks, but like in I'm rooting for her kind of way.
Underdog.
She's a liar. She's a thief, and she does not apologize for it. And so that was my inspiration for her. But I also, she's a part of me. She represents a lot of, in my own journey with my sexuality, a lot of shame. That I think a lot of people who grow up in certain conservative environments can understand the weight of shame and having to hide. And so a lot of River's journey is a part of that, of feeling of carrying a lot of shame, carrying a lot of guilt. And the journey of like self-forgiveness and self-acceptance is very much River's journey. And with Star, I really wanted to explore someone who is so beautiful and so perfect, yet so deeply fractured from their sense of self. And explore, like, you know, her life should be perfect. River and Star come from two very different backgrounds, without giving too much away. You know, the exploring, you know, as someone who grew up, I didn't have a lot of money and didn't have a lot of like opportunity, easy to become very resentful of people that are born with a lot of that privilege. And for people with a lot of privilege, a misunderstanding of what freedom actually looks like, and what is safe and what is free. And so that exploration is really what inspired both of them. And with River, I also just wanted to write a badass. It's like, I just want, you know, a lot of people with Bryce, whenever I first started cosplaying, they're like, well, I was like, well, Bryce, you know, Bryce is plus size character, and they're like, no, she's not plus size, she's athletic. And I'm like, I'm going to stop you right there. That's not cool, because if I was a man and I weighed 300 pounds and was on a football team, you'd be like, wow, he's an absolute beast. But because I'm a woman, that's just not possible. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so
you can do both.
Yeah. And so I wanted to write a woman who is strong, who is more than capable, who can hold her own. She needs no training montage because she just is that girl. And the reasoning for it makes actual sense. She's not just naturally talented. She had to work really hard to get there. And because of that, she's really strong. And I hope that every curvy girl like me can see themselves in her and know that, like, you are strong from the jump, and you don't need anybody to validate that, especially not men. And so that's very much River. She is tall and very beautiful in her own way, and I love her so much. So yeah, that's her. She's so cool.
You're just gonna heal a lot of people, is what you're saying.
I hope so. So. She healed me to write. It really was. There's a moment in the book where, you know, River, she's so self-assured on the outside, but she's so not on the inside. There were so many moments in dealing with postpartum. I just like had a baby. I'm like a stranger in my own body. I had surgery around that time. I had like my gallbladder situation. A lot of women that have had kids, I'm sure you can like totally relate. And I didn't recognize myself anymore. I'm like, who is this person? And so both for Star and River, deep exploration of like, who am I anymore? You know, right? Star literally has no memory of who she is. And at the time, I'm like, I couldn't tell you what I liked 6 months ago. I couldn't tell you what kind of clothes I even want to wear, or you know, I cut all my hair off in a fit of rage type of vibe. So a lot of those things are sprinkled in the book. A lot of my own personal journey. It was very healing for me, right? So I hope for other people that read it that may have been along a similar journey, whether it's motherhood or literally any other transformation, dealing with mental health and depression. I hope that you see yourself in the pages of this book somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I have chills.
That book is going to be so good for so many people for lots of different reasons. But yeah, postpartum is a huge, you gain so much, but you also lose part of yourself, and trying to figure out, I know like Montana and I related on this, but like the whole book community has like, getting back into reading was such a big part of our childhood. To come back to that as adults as really just like healed parts of us that we didn't know were even like missing or changed, and
our lives.
To go back to that as an adult has just been the best. So being able to read characters that means the world. It does. Like, those are the characters that we look for in books. So for sure.
Well, River and Star are both also book girlies. Like, they in one of like my favorite moments in the really early in the book is them discovering both of their mutual love of smut, which is like one of my
Yes.
favorite parts in the entire book. Because I was also like, I want to write a smut reading queen. So they both are just like,
Nesca.
oh my gosh, yes, which I just love. Yeah, yeah. So they're like book besties as well, which I love. But yeah, I'm like writing smut within smut in that book as well, because there's some like bangers of books within this book that are like smutty romances. But yeah, I wanted to write some of that as well. Like I wanted to see myself. I so often like I read ACOTAR. I love Feyre. Do not get me wrong. I really am a Feyre. I'm a Nesta girl. I love all of them. I don't relate to them until I saw Bryce. I was like, whoa, now this is a character that looks like me, that acts like me, that talks like me. And so with River, I was like, I'm just going to pour myself onto the page, all over the page. And then other people that I know are just like me might see themselves a little bit. So yeah, I hope people relate to it and can do a little shadow work in between the pages of the book, because it was deeply healing for me. But and I'm excited to see the cosplays. That's like one of my bucket list items as an author. Like I've had a few cosplayers in the community that know me that have cosplayed my characters even before the book came out, which is like so crazy. But
amazing.
Purposefully wrote so many of these characters with cosplayers in mind as a cosplayer myself, to make it easy to cosplay them, because some of these characters are hard to cosplay. I'm like, what kind of, this fabric doesn't exist in nature. And so I tried to create some characters that are like closet cosplay, where anybody that does bookish anything will probably have what they need to be able to throw something together and like live their freaky fantasy. So yeah.
Excited. Can't wait.
On the topic of cosplay, obviously you are our Queen Bryce, but is there other characters that you love like to cosplay? And like not even that they're like your favorite character, but just like such a fun cosplay to do.
So, okay, in the realm of like all cosplays ever, my first and favorite will probably always be Ciri from The Witcher. Which if you like The Witcher, the games, the show, or the books, you will like Chasing Starlight. That is the number one beta reader feedback I got back, was that it's very much The Witcher coded. Which makes sense, because I went to film video game school, so yeah, it reads like a video game. But the series always been my girl. Like I've read the books, I've played the games. So I've always really enjoyed that cosplay. I don't do it enough. It's kind of just like, it's my Comic-Con cosplay I take. But as far as doing events, my favorite and most challenging one was the Adder. That one was just, I will never get over it. It was so much fun to put together. And the effect that it had on people, like when I do Bryce at an event, or I do any other character, really, people are excited and they want to take photos, and like, I've had a lot of people, which this is always special when I've done Bryce at an event, and they've been like, I've always wanted to party with Bryce Quinlan. That's like one of my goals. And now I get to like do that by proxy. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Like that. I'm such a party girl. So that's great. So I love those interactions. But with the Adder, at that event, I got to scare people, which was so much fun. Like that was just so much fun. To genuinely strike fear into the hearts of people with like a costume. And that one I got to perform. Like I'm always performing, but like with Bryce, it honestly just feels like I just get to be myself for like 4 hours and just like party hard. But with the Adder, it's like I had to like put on a voice and like, physically get down and like really get into the acting, which I love to act. So that was the theater kid in me loves doing the Adder. I would do it 1,000 times more. Anybody needs an Adder, hit me up. I love it. And a girl, one of my favorite moments of doing that was a girl was like, I was walking around during dinner service and, like talking and kind of just like, scaring the tables. And this girl was like, you have to walk away. And I was like, no one tells me what to do. She's like, I'm literally gonna pee my pants. Like I'm so scared right now. And she was like shaking, and I was like, okay. I like opened the mask because it was like a mouth that could move. So I was like, I opened the mask, and it was just my gray face because I had to paint my face gray underneath. And I was like, I'm just a girl. It's okay. I'm just a girl. I'm not
Just a
gonna hurt
girl.
you. She's like, I thought you were a man. I was like, mission accomplished, but also I'm not gonna hurt you, I promise. But that one was crazy. It was the most challenging one I've done. Definitely the most rewarding when it all came together. I was like, wow, I did
Was
this
your
one.
throat
Like,
just dead after that?
yes, I couldn't talk for like 2 days. I was also just physically dead because one thing I really underestimated is like for that one, it's so many layers. So
Mhm.
I have the contacts in, which are scleras, so I can't really see. And then I have my entire face has to be painted with grease paints. If you do like water-based paint, if you sweat, like it will come off. So I had to do grease paints.
Right.
So that's already like really blocking my sweat glands purposefully.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then I'm wearing a spandex suit, like a morph suit that I had
Mhm.
like painted and repurposed. So then I'm wearing that, and they are kind of breathable, but not really.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, I'm wearing leather armor, of like a loincloth piece that I made to cover my booty because before, when I was just in the suit, I was like, I just look like a woman in a morph suit, which is not actually like the outer does not have a thick dumpy, so like we've got to fix this. So then I made a loincloth and like a cape. There's like a hood. And then this plastic mask, and so the mask is literally just collecting my breath condensation and just putting it back.
Mhm.
It was so hot, and we're in
So
Arizona.
hot.
So physically, the most challenging cosplay I've done because I was just dying like the whole time. But so for like 3 days after, I like was just dead to the world. I was like, I need sleep. I need to rehydrate. And my voice was just completely gone. But it was so much fun. I would do it 1,000 times.
So worth it.
It was
So
the
worth
most
it.
fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Making people kneel before Amarantha, being like, kneel before your queen was like
Yes.
insane. It was so much fun. People really were just like, okay, I'm sorry. Yes. So it was a good time.
Next time I visit Akatar, all I'm gonna see, like I'm reading or I'm listening, and the adder comes on. I'm just gonna like see you twerking,
Yes.
like.
Then yeah,
Yes.
so the best thing about that one was, so then I told Leslie, I had this vision. So originally, a lot of people when they do like Taryn or Andarna, it's like a very like glam. So I was like, what if I did like a glam adder, like the gladder? And she's like, no, I really want it to be scary. And I was like, totally down. I was like, I didn't know if you wanted me to actually be terrifying or like the essence of the adder. She's like, no, let's scare people. So it had gone through many iterations, but I was like, it'd be so funny if I came out like halfway through the night in like a sexy gown. And so she had one more of the sophisticated midnight dress in my size. And so those things double slit all the way up. Well, I'm in a morph suit. So like I can go as scandalous as my body's covered. So I came out and I can't see anything in that cosplay is the other thing. I've got these huge wings, and then, like my eyes are blacked out. My mask is covering my peripherals. So I can't see. So I'm kind of stumbling around in like this gown. And I'm like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing cheering, and I'm like, what's going on? And Jen, who was there, Zamaranth, was like, it's you. They're all excited that you're there as the adder. And then everyone was like, I'm feeling confused, like sexually confused about this because I'm like the adder, but
You're
also
a hear me
like,
out cake.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was on my hear me out cake, which was literally at my birthday. Like someone put my adder on there, which was so funny. But people were like twerking on the adder, and they were like, I'm confused, and I'm like, me too. I don't know, this is crazy. So that was a lot of fun. That was the one where I like post anytime I post a video of the adder, they're like, dude, I don't know how to feel anymore. Like now I'm kind of like attracted to the adder. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
get
Okay.
down with the freaky bat, he's just the
Mhm.
best bat boy, is what I say. He's the
Yeah.
best bat boy. He's the forgotten bat boy.
Oh, he just didn't make it through the Illyrian camps, and that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
that's his
villain
origin
era.
story. They were like, you can't be a warrior. You're too sexy. And he was like, okay.
Okay. Say less. I'm gonna be a bad bitch.
Yeah, I call him the Gladder, and the Gladder is just my favorite iteration. So I need to get more like
Amazing.
really, really like sexy outer content on the internet.
Please
an
do.
OnlyFans,
Please do.
but it's literally
Yes.
just my Adder cosplay.
Okay.
Only Adder.
So we're giving him his own origin story, but if you had to go out, I don't know if you've seen How I Met Your Mother, but Barney likes to play Have You Met
Yeah.
Ted? And it's like he's his wingman, okay, helping him find a date. If you had to pick a fictional character to go out with and be your wingman, who would it be? Like, who is going to land you that perfect person?
Okay, you have to be careful with this, I feel, because if you get, it's kind of like the main, like River, she'll just steal your girl. So I feel like
Why
Lucian is
choose?
the ultimate. Lucian's the ultimate wingman. I mean, he's literally that's his
Oh.
entire character arc is just being a wingman.
Yep.
So
Truth.
I feel like if Feyre can somehow literally be blind and not see him when he's standing right there for all of Akatar, then like surely he would just help me land the girl and then like buzz back off to the spring court. So I feel like that's probably who I'd pick. The problem with that though is I love Lucian, so then I think I'd fall for my wingman.
Nothing wrong with that.
Again, I
say-
choose.
Yeah, I would say Lucian, or maybe Nesta, only because I feel like she would ward off any walking red flag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't
She's
really
not letting you go home with a piece of shit.
No. I'm the kind of bisexual where it's like I am attracted to every woman and like my husband and that's it, like as far as men go. So like I don't want a man near
Understand.
me. I don't want them to speak to me. So like if Nesta is there, like they won't. So that's kind of what I'm down for.
Yeah.
So I would say Lucian or Nesta for sure.
I love that.
Those are good. Those are good options.
They are.
Yeah.
They're good, solid choices. This is quite the scenario question we have, actually.
I just realized where we're at on this.
Yeah.
But you have the characters, right? Do you remember? Because now it's been a minute.
Shit! Okay, we obviously come up with these questions like way beforehand, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, we want to ask the scenario question, but we don't want to give you the characters beforehand to think about it. So we
Yeah.
had these lists of characters, and now we're like, what were the characters? Okay. I remember two of them. Yeah, because if you were going into battle, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember. Okay,
You remember?
I got this. I do. Okay, you are going into battle, okay? You have to pick one character who is fighting alongside you.
Okay.
You have to pick a character that you two are fighting against, and the third character that ultimately has to die, okay?
Okay.
But we'll give you your three characters. So if we're going our main three SJM ladies,
Okay. Yep,
we have
I remember.
Bryce, we have Feyre, and we have Aelin.
Okay, this is wait. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna be so practical about this. Bryce is by my side because I can't. I just can't. That's against the law. I'm battling against Feyre because what's she gonna do? Come on. And then the Aelin has to die because if she doesn't, I'm screwed.
I was like, but we're killing Aelin? Okay, I got you.
My girl.
Because she'll just blow up my world and lock me in like the fifth dimension. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Got
but
it.
like Feyre, it's not that she's not powerful because she is, but like,
But Aelin or
realistically-
Feyre?
Yeah.
and honestly, Bryce, she has a gun. So I'm like, she's like, Feyre's not gonna last. Love
She's
her
like,
meaning.
werewolves. Oh,
Paint stick? Like, come on. She's just got a paintbrush.
Well,
She's
and
I
like,
got
okay,
this. I don't know
Bryce
why I
has
said
her
paint
fire
stick.
now. Yeah, I mean, basically, she's got a paint pen,
Yeah.
and she's not gonna. The thing is, her water wolves wouldn't stand a chance against Bryce. Bryce has fire now, and she's got her Starborn powers goated. Like
Yeah.
Feyre doesn't have anything that can beat that I know of. I think that she's more powerful than we realize, and I hope we see more of her actually being strong in Twilight of the Gods if that does come to fruition. But like Aelin and Bryce are world walkers. They could literally just skirt out of this battle at any moment. So to me, I'm like, Aelin has to die because I don't trust her enough to fight by her side, where like Bryce as at least slightly more honest than Aelin.
Right?
So, though, if she dies, is it really Aelin or is it Lysandra posing as Aelin, you know?
Literally, who knows at this rate, right?
Who knows?
Don't do that to
Who
me.
knows? So,
We did have one other character scenario
There
for
was
you.
one more.
okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I still can't remember
And
the characters, but I knew there was two.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it. And I will say, just for spoiler warnings for anyone listening, but also Callie has only read House of Earth and Blood.
Okay.
So, other two books still unknown. Don't want to spoil anything yet. Obviously, we're going Crescent City characters. Same scenario. Bryce, Danica, Rune.
Okay, Danica's dying. She already is, so who cares?
Yeah.
Also, she. Oh no way. Okay, no. Here's the scenario. Here is I am fighting with Rune. I am fighting with Rune by my side because when we win, he's gonna show me the 3 things that he knows with absolute certainty.
That's the winning answer.
We're fighting. We're fighting Bryce because I also have a Godslayer, so we'll just like Godslayer
That you do.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll just it'll be mono a mono. Also, like I feel like I could use her brother as like a shield, you know, a little bit. So it's fine. But Danica would have to die because Bryce is nothing unless Danica dies. So and that I have a whole theory about
That's
that,
valid.
but yeah, I mean she's nothing. So sorry, Danica. I love you, mean it, but
Easy
your
peasy.
character is best dead. So
I mean, honestly, the most valid thing you have ever said is your reason for Rune. So
yeah. I don't. He can't die, and I refuse to fight him. Well, okay, no, that's a CC3 spoiler, but I want him to. We have things to discuss. He and I do behind closed doors, so. It's fine.
He's Rune Daddy, Crown Prince of the Valbaran Bays to me. So
yeah, he is. He's everything. The men in that series, everybody sleeps on them. They're like, Hunt's so boring, Rune's so boring. I'm like, okay, realistically, Rune is the freakiest man in this series. So is Hunt.
Like, don't diss Rune. Ever.
Hunt really is out here like sucking feet, okay? So maybe we chill with the he's boring thing. All right. Second of all,
that
very valid, and also yeah, I'm like, okay, let me introduce you to a man named Rowan Whitethorn. Okay, maybe chill. The man has the personality of cardboard, dude. Okay,
literally, he's a wet blanket.
After Queen of Shadows, he just becomes an accessory. He has like a few really cool moments, but honestly, Hunt Athlar is just a man. He just wants to watch the game, and he's tired of the BS. And quite frankly, that would be me. You think that this is always my thing now, especially as an author. I'll try to insert myself into the story, and I literally can't because I'm like, if I was in this world, I would be like, I'm going home.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm tired.
I'm not putting myself through this. Sorry, guys. I need to take a nap. I can't live without 8 hours of sleep. So there is no way I'm going to be out there like fighting demons. There's no way. I'd leave that to somebody else. So Hunt is so valid for being like, I would like to sit and drink a beer. I'm like,
literally.
Pop off, king.
Yeah.
So people that judge them, and I'm like, Rune Danan knew 3 things with absolute certainty, and you're gonna look at me and tell me that I understand that grabbing the headboard is sick, but like Azriel has done exactly 0 freaky things in this series, and people are like, Azriel is the sexiest one, and I'm like, Rune Danan. Rune demand. Like, he's
I
freaky deaky, dude.
I'm hopeful that Azrael is going to be a freak in the sheets, and we get that soon, hopefully.
He's
Well,
gotta
SJM
be.
said it. SJM
Like,
has said he a
yeah.
freak, so I'm
But
like,
like,
I'm
We
hopeful,
just
but
need
show
the
me,
consumption
show
now.
me,
Yeah.
give me the proof.
well,
Like,
I have big Azrael theories, especially like the more I get into writing too, the more I see through the lies of the Jedi when it comes to these people. I'm like, I'm reading these books. I'm like reading all these like books that these people in the industry are like, you need to read this one, you need to like learn this concept or whatever. So I had this like 6 months ago, this person in the publishing world like was like, you need to read these 3 books. So I got these 3 books, started reading them, and I'm like, I'm on to you. I'm on to all of you now. I know what you're doing. You can't fool me anymore. So now I'm like rereading these chapters, and I'm like, I know exactly what's about to happen, which is ruining it a little bit for me. But with Azrael now, I'm like, I see right through you, SJM. I know your game. You can't hide from me anymore. So yeah, it's put a whole new perspective in me. It's ruining reading. But like,
oh
That
no.
would be so hard. That would be so hard.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, film school ruined movies for me, so I should have known that
Yeah.
like when you see how the sausage is made,
Yeah,
it ruins
for sure.
everything.
Oh, that's me. So
But
I was into theater and went to school for that for a little bit, and then like music production and all of that too. I can't
Yeah.
watch anything live anymore. Like, I go to the theater or I go to a concert, and I'm literally sitting there watching the people on the side stage or backstage. I'm like, they're doing
yeah,
this. Oh, that was a missed cue. And I'm like, Jesus, just enjoy it. Tune it out.
the loss of immersion with the newest
Mhm.
fan film that we released in Whimsy Gossip. I am just out of shot in a lot of them. So there's like this scene in there with like the book, when like basically Reese makes the book, he like puts it into his little like pocket dimension where all his like, you know what I mean, his little secret pocket.
Yeah.
But there's like
Yeah.
people don't have an actual secret pocket dimension, so I had to be like squatting just off, like just behind Reese, like just under the cauldron. So in anything where something disappears, I'm just like just there, like going. I am the pocket dimension going.
This is mine.
And like handing people like, here's your knife. So I
Yep.
now it ruins it when I watch, and I'm like, I'm right there. The lighting
Yep.
guy's right there. You just can't see him. So
Yep.
that has been that with any of these characters. I get lost in the sauce, you know.
Yeah, we all have a artistic background. Like Callie said, she did theater and music production, and I did audio engineering, and it's like, yeah, totally get it.
Yeah,
It's
three
It's
audio
fun.
girls. Then my emphasis was audio.
And all
Was
the
it?
things that we're not doing with our lives now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
So
that.
fun though.
It's fine. What?
It was fine. You know what? I chalked up to, and truly, Montana, I've had this conversation so many times because just the nature of the beast of like, my dreams died. No, not really. Like, part of my dream was to also be a mom, to have a family, and I would not change
Yeah.
any of that for anything. Point blank, period. I love my life. However, if I would have maybe waited a little bit, maybe I could have done some of the things that I wanted to do or whatever, what have you. But I also feel
There's
that
just a
like
precedence,
things navigate the way that they're supposed to navigate, which has led us to our podcast, to meeting you, to getting to do these events, to the book world. Like, so it all has worked out in the way that it's supposed to, but it's crazy where we've all come from and been. And
yeah, I mean, that was the convo I had with my husband in like 2020, 2021, where I was like, I've let the dream die. I've let the dream die. That has been like a constant voice in my head of like, your dream's dead. You let the dream die. How could you abandon yourself? I think there is a part of healing that I had to do, you know, in like therapy, where it was like, there were parts of myself that I abandoned. There were parts of myself that I you know, left on the side of the road. Like you know, in the internal family system of it all, of being, you know, in creating art now in any form, whether it's like, like you guys with your podcast and things like that, you are in essence caring for the internal part of yourself that maybe you left behind and bringing her back into the frame. And so that, yeah, I think that there's also like when you're a woman in this space in any kind of creative thing, the pressure to break the glass ceiling of it all and be like you can't just have mild success. It's like I gotta be the best and I have to like smash every expectation. But like every, average man that does like, one good thing, everyone's like, wow. But like, I think that there's a part of us that has to be gentle with ourselves. That it's like, I'm a woman in a space that is so male dominated and I'm already in an uphill battle. It's almost nearly impossible, especially in the audio industry. It's a big reason why I kind of switched up into focusing more on screenwriting and directing, because becoming a music producer and doing that stuff, doing audio theater, doing documentaries and audio in that world was like my dream, working at NPR. And then it's like, oh, good luck with that. It's a good old boys club. So, but I've taken to reading a lot of like people's wiki pages that will like make you feel so much better about yourself for two reasons. One, you see the randomness of life. There is this science fiction author in the small town where I'm from who was born here, and then just the series of random connections that he made that led him to literally coining what we now know as speculative fiction, which is what I write, is speculative fiction. So that, and now I'm from that city that he's from, and it's just a random series of events. So like he wasn't writing until way later in life. So many authors don't. And so Viola Davis didn't start acting until she was 55 years old. But as women, we feel like we have to be like at the peak of our success at 25 years old. It's like insane. So having some grace for yourself, and also knowing that if you never achieve the upper echelons, so do the other 6 billion people in the world never achieve that. And like, that doesn't mean you're a failure. Doesn't mean that you're not good at what you do. It just means that you're like, the art is you are the universe experiencing itself for the very first time. So like, that's your mission's, the dream of life is just to like experience it. You're living the dream in that way.
It's true. Yeah. We're all living this life for the first time.
For sure.
Yes.
So, I guess on that note, tell our listeners, viewers, where we can see you in the upcoming future, whether that's book signings, cosplays, events that you're just going to as an attendee. Where can we see you in the near future?
So I have my 2026 is already getting a little bit crazy. So to name all the places is like so impossible. On my website, jofisherbooks.com, I have an events page because it's like, it's already stupid. So in my first event of 2026 is going to be Starfall in St. Louis. I have a lot of Midwest. I'm giving the Midwest a lot of love. This year was a lot of coast, a lot of East Coast. So we're going to be in the Midwest a lot. I'm going to be in St. Louis, Des Moines, and Kansas City, and I think Michigan, Arkansas. So you can check out my events page on jofisherbooks.com. I update it there. If I have any discount codes, I also put them on there as well. So you guys can get discounts on your tickets. And so I'll be doing everything from like, a couple of them I think I'll have book signings, and then a lot of them I'm going to be there either as an influencer or a cosplayer. If you have one of my books and I'm not at an event doing a book signing, you can totally bring them and I will sign them. Like, that's also totally fine. Even if I'm not like slated to have an official book signing, just find me on the dance floor. I always keep a Sharpie on me, so just in case. But
yes. For all the fans.
And if you're in the Kansas City area, under the cover in Kansas City, I'm there hanging out a lot, and they carry my books in stock. So if you want to buy a physical copy from a local bookstore, they have them there as well. I'm on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. All the links to like where you can buy my books, find my books, rate my books as well, because my Goodreads is really messed up. So if you want to rate my books on Goodreads, you have to go through my website. It's a whole thing. There are like 50 Jo Fishers, unfortunately, and all of our books are attributed to each other. so it's really
It
cool.
took me forever to find on Goodreads. I was like, where are you?
Yeah, I know. It's such a problem. It's such a problem. So you can find me pretty much anywhere. If I'm not coming to an area near you and you are going to an event, I always tell people, like, if you want to see me do a signing in your area, if you want to see me at an event, you know, tell your local book community, let them know. It helps me out a lot if you want to see me around. Because I'm just little me. But you can follow me everywhere. Hi Lady Jo, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Jo Fischer Books on Instagram and TikTok as well. I'm on the TikTok shop now, so you can find me there. And yeah.
Woo.
I love it. I feel like we kind of wrapped up our last question within that one as well. But please, everybody, if you are listening, if you are watching, wherever you may be at, and if you are not somehow already following our wonderful bestie, Jo Fischer, like, what are you doing, first of all? So go do that. All the socials, get on her website, check it out, order the books, do all the things. If you're doing it on Kindle, make sure you read every single page. So she's getting all of that credit.
Yeah, I made 25 cents, and I was like, wow,
Woo!
because people don't finish the books, like they don't go to the very last page, so you gotta go through all of them, just tap 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 tap, all the
Every
way to the
single
end.
one. People,
They are on Kindle Unlimited though. I wanted to help out my KU girlies, so
yes,
and
and
I am also
we appreciate
a fellow
that.
KU girly.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. We appreciate that, but please just go show her all the love. And yeah, if you want to see her at events that she's not already going to, just be like, hey,
We'd
come
love to
my
see this
way,
author.
event
Yeah.
companies, reach out to her. But this has been so much fun
It's been
and
the best.
emotionally healing.
Yeah.
We really needed this, so thank you.
I'll send it's a receipt to your insurance for this therapy session.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, we will be chatting later because, excuse you, I have feelings. And then after chasing Starlight, I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to talk to you right now because I'm not okay.
No. It's gonna be
Oh,
But thank you
guys.
so much. This has been so wonderful.
Thank you for having me. It's been so great. You guys are the
It
best.
has been amazing.
Support
You're
these
welcome
girlies. They're the
anytime.
best. And they were so understanding when I missed the first session. So I have so much
Oh
love.
my gosh.
Hey, life happens, dude. We're fine.
It happens. We just hope you're feeling better today. Everything's gonna be going good.
Yes.
Yes.
Get some rest.
Yes. Back
You
to
should
writing I go.
Yeah. Take it easy today. Drink some tea, right?
And before you do, we need to all hold a pose so we can take a still
Oh.
frame. It's our first like official
Sure.
picture together. So we just like to do our heart hands.
Hard hands.
It's perfect. And then we'll like capture it. And I'm like, hey, look, we have a picture together now.
Yay!
This is like
I love
that
Our first
weird
one
proxy
until
of
we do
yes. Mm-hmm. Because now it's gonna feel like
Yeah, no,
I know
it's-
you and I've met you, and then I'm gonna see you and I'm gonna go, wait, I'm gonna hug you, but I don't actually. This is the first time.
Dude, what's your guys' events like next year? Do you have any on the books?
Nothing that we can say in this moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
We with our kids, we're so busy that we don't actually get a chance to like go to so many events. So we
Mhm.
really only are trying for like 1 or 2 a year.
Yeah.
But we've got some stuff in the works. It's no, you know,
Yes.
negotiations right now. So,
Sure. Right on.
Hopefully.
Well, I hope
but
to see
as
you
soon as
next
we
year.
know, we'll let you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do. Please do. 'Cause
All
I wanna
right.
look
Well,
up.
thank you again and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah,
Yes.
you too. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.